Hi guys.
Hi.
Congratulations on the movie. I saw it only this week, so it's still very much fresh in my mind. I'm going to start with you, Nini. Did you know anything about this story, about the sort of this war story? It's quite famous, but I don't think many people know it, especially in the West. How much did you know about it?
在拍这个电影之前，其实我对于这个故事并不是特别知晓。Sorry.
I don't know.
Thank you. 我也是因为接到了这个剧本，所以我才去了解了一下关于东极岛这个故事，了解了它的大背景。因为网上其实有一些关于这个事件的一些图片介绍、文字介绍，还有包括他一个专门拍了一个纪录片，去做了一些了解，包括导演也是跟我做了一些沟通，我才知道啊，原来有一个在中国发生过这样的一个事情，这么重大的一个事情，所以就像您刚刚说的，这个片子，不是这个片子，这个事件其实，在中国并没有太多人知道，甚至哪怕是在英国也没有特别多人知道，也是因为。要拍东极岛拍摄这个电影，所以做了了解，所以我觉得这也是这个电影的意义所在。
I took on the film, I didn't know much about it, and it was only because of the script. I went to research and I looked on the background of the event, and I found that there was a lot of online material. There was also a documentary that was specially made about it, and there was a lot of communication with the director, and that's why I knew about it, about such a big historical event. And it was just like you said, it's not very well known in China or even in England, and so it's only because of taking on the film that I went to learn more about it, and I personally think that's also the meaning behind the film.
Thank you. William, I'll ask you the same question. You are the sort of one of the main cast in here. What was the experience like being part of this project? But also, did you know anything about this event at all?
I mean, similar to Nini, I didn't actually know about the event until the audition came through, and then obviously looked it up and researched it. And there's a lot of information online, which is really good. So it was a story that I really thought was something that should be brought to light, which is what drew me to the role in the first place. And what was the first part of the question?
The second part is, what was it like being more or less, the main cast is mostly, Asian cast. Was it hard for you and so did everyone else speak English with you?
It was unusual, for sure, but it was actually really, really lovely. Obviously, I didn't speak Chinese, and a lot of the crew didn't speak English, but I think we all got along really, really well, just using, I don't know, just actions and smiles and all sorts of things like that. So we ended up all bonding really, really well. Definitely unusual though, definitely the first for me.
Was this the biggest production you've been part of yet?
100%, 100%. And
okay.
Yeah, it's huge. And I didn't know that until I really landed there. I remember the first day I got off the plane and went straight to this huge set where they had built pretty much a whole lake in the middle, surrounded by blue screens. And it was the side of the Lisbon Maru, and there were these like 16 cranes holding these massive lights, and I was just like, what have I got myself into? But it was amazing, so impressive, and it blew me away.
Let's talk about your character. What kind of woman do you think she is? A very complex character. Talk us through who she is.
我扮演的这个角色在电影里叫阿花。这个女孩子她是被收养过来，所以她是被于老大收养回来，被老大收养过来，当做自己的女儿一样，抚养长大的。所以她一直是她等于说是成长在这个岛上，但他一直对外面的世界是非常向往的，所以在这个剧情里，他也会跟阿碧有这样的对话。阿碧说要带他去上海，他说女人在上海，我还可以开船，他对未来其实是充满着无限的希望的和向往的这样的一个女性，但是她同时也是岛上有岛上的规矩，渔民有渔民的规矩，她也是备受限制的，所以她在这个电影当中其实是一个很矛盾的一个女性，但是因为发生了这样的一个事件，迫使她不能说迫使， 他吧，其实他一直也是这么希望能够破除掉这个老祖宗给他的给这个岛上的人的这样的一个规矩，他也像是做了一个先锋者。成为了岛上的渔民，他继承了他养父的衣钵，就带领大家一起出海去进行救援。And that's long for you?
Yeah, so in the film I played the character Aqua, and she's someone who's adopted, so she wasn't born, I wasn't born on the island, and so I was actually adopted by the village chief. And so Aqua's character is one who grew up on the island, and she was always very curious about the outside world, and that's why she has a lot of conversations with Api about, he wants to take her to Shanghai, and it's a place where, women are allowed to sail. And so she's someone who's actually very hopeful towards the future, but because of her being born on the island where it comes with its rules and its traditions, it ends up limiting her. And so she's actually a very conflicted character. And so it's also because of this that she really hopes to kind of break away from the rules that has been set for her to kind of be a pioneer and lead things and lead the villagers out to sea to save the people.
Thank you. I'm going to ask you the same thing about your character. What can you tell us about him? And did you base him on any specific person that you'd read about whilst you were preparing for the role?
Yeah, well, we did a lot of preparation, and Thomas Newman does actually exist. But there are thousands and thousands of accounts of soldiers, and British ones, Australian ones, Canadian, all sorts, online. And so I did a lot of research and made up a backstory about Thomas as well, but there was also one online. And so Shu, I don't know if you remember in the film, but Thomas has a tattoo of Shu on his chest. And that's actually a true story about the relationship between a British soldier and a girl from Hong Kong. And so that actually did happen back then, which was interesting. So a lot of it was loosely based on a true person, but then obviously creative liberties were taken as well.
I think this question probably for both of you is, this is getting a rather wide release in the UK, which is not very sort of usual for a Chinese title. How does that make you feel, and are you excited about other people, mostly in the UK, seeing it, UK and Ireland seeing it?
Would you like to go first? Or?
You go first.
I think it's incredibly exciting. I think especially for the themes of this film. The fact that these Chinese fishermen helped not just British soldiers, but people that they had never met before, never seen before, just shows the compassion there, and also just just love between people that don't know each other. And so I think it's really important that it does have quite a wide release here, because the story is very much Chinese and English based, and the Western world. And so I think it's very important that it's shown. And I think it just shows that no matter what happens, love will always exist. And I think that's very important. So it's great.
Just like what he said. 我觉得就是这个片子能够不仅让中国观众能看到，还能让其实更多国家的人看到，我觉得是非常有意义的一件事情。因为我总觉得像拍这种类型的电影，它更多的是想传达，让人们看到我们人生而为人最本能和最原始的一种善意、一种大爱和一种大义。那其实不管做什么，我们出于援救也好，还是什么也好，我们都是出于这样的一个最本能的一个举动。就是其实我们这个全球的人，世界上的人，我们都是一共同体。我们所追求的就是我们要珍视每一条生命，不管它是来自于哪个国家，不管它是男是女，我们都要珍视它，都要敬畏它。同时，我们也要珍爱和平。
For me, I think that the film is not only just for a Chinese audience, but it's also for more people around the world to see, and that's what I think is meaningful about it. And I personally think that this kind of film is made to show how we have a kind of instinct with kindness. We are naturally kind, and it's in our core of our being. And so, all of us in the world, we are kind of like common people. It's a universal thing, and no matter where someone is from, we should always kind of cherish them and cherish life.
I take it the film has already opened in China, and what has been the reaction? Have you felt any change in your life already from the reaction?
Enough, I have actually. I've been getting a load of lovely messages about my performance in the film, even though it's small compared to everybody else's. But people are loving it. People are very emotional about it, and it seems to be really touching everyone, which is important. And everybody seems to be getting the message that it's about, the film is about humanity. And so, yeah, I'm getting some lovely messages, and I'm sure you are as well. Yeah.
Are you same for you? You've had a good feedback from the movie being released in China already?
对，我觉得就是其实对于我们演员来说，yeah, I've got a lot of like good feedback。我觉得就是其实这个是一个方面，我觉得另一个方面就是让很多。就像我说，这个事件其实就是并不是被大众所知晓的一个事。我觉得它的意义在于，确实是能够让人们知道在那段时间，我们的一些人们，他们为了和平，他们在做了些什么贡献，能够就对我觉得这个其实是一个特别重要的事情，对于这个电影能够在中国放映，包括能够让全球的人看到这个电影的放映，这是它最主要的一个意义。
Yes, so I have received good feedback about it, and this part of this story is not known by the public yet. So the main point of the film is really to let people know things that seem really common, people that seem really ordinary. What are the contributions that they have made for the sake of peace in history. And that is the most important thing for this film, both in China and also on a global stage. And for films of such genre and such types of film, their main goal is really for the sake of peace and harmony.
Thank you both. Congratulations again on the movie, and good luck with it. And it was really enjoyable, right? It's a beautiful movie. Thank you so much. Cheers.
Thank you.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Hey You Guys!
Hey, you guys!
Hey you guys!
Hey, that's what they all say.
Hey you guys!